Welcome to the MIT Shakespeare Ensemble's production of The Winter's Tale. We ask that you please silence your cell phones and refrain from smoking and taking flash photography. In the case of an emergency, please exit pursued by your friends through the door from which you entered, or through the door behind the curtain. Be advised, bears and minor strobe effects roam these parts. The show will last approximately 2.5 hours, and there will be a 10-minute intermission. Enjoy the show.
Nine changes of the watery star hath been the shepherd's note since we have left our throne without a burden. Time as long again would be filled up, my brother, with our thanks. And yet we should, for perpetuity, go hence in debt. And therefore I multiply with one, we thank you. Many thousands more which go before it.
Stay your thanks a while, then. Pay them when you part.
Sir, that's tomorrow. I am questioned by my fears of what may chance or breed upon our absence. Besides, I have stayed to tire your royalty.
We are tougher, brother, than you can put us to it.
No longer stay.
1 second night longer.
Very soon, tomorrow.
We'll part the time between us then, and that only means
Press me not, beseech you so. There is no tongue that moves. None. None in the world so soon as yours could win me. So should it now were there necessity in your quest. Although 'twere needful, I denied it. My affairs do even drag me homeward, which to hinder were in your love a whip to me. My stay to you a charge and trouble. To save both, farewell, our brother.
Outside our queen, speak you.
I have thought, sir, to withhold my peace until you have drawn oaths from him not to stay. You, sir, charge him too coldly. Tell him you are sure all in Bohemia as well. This satisfaction the bygone day proclaimed. Say this to him, he's beat from his best ward.
Well said, Hermione.
To tell he longs to see his child were strong. But let him say so then, and let him go. But let him swear so, and he shall not stay. We'll whack him hence with distaffs.
Oh no.
Yet of your royal presence I'll adventure the borrow of a week. When at Bohemia you take my lord, I'll give my commission to let him there a month behind the just prefix for his parting. Yet, good deed, Leontes, I love thee not a jar of the clock behind what lady she her lord. You'll stay?
No, madam.
Nay, but you will.
I may not, verily.
Verily, you put me off with limber vows, but I, though you should seek to unsmear the stars with oaths, should yet say, sir, no going. Verily, you shall not go. A lady's verily is as potent as a lord's. Will you go yet? Force me to keep you as a prisoner, and not like a guest. You shall pay your fees when you depart, and save your thanks. How say you, my prisoner or my guest? By your dread verily, one of them you shall be.
Your guest, then, madam. To be a prisoner should import offending, which is for me less easy to commit than you to punish.
Not your jailer, then, but your kind hostess. Come, I'll question you of my lord's tricks and yours when you were boys. You were pretty lording, son?
Oh, we were, fair queen. Two lads who thought there was no more behind but such a day tomorrow as today, and to be boy eternal.
Was not my lord the fairer wag of the two?
Oh, we were as twin lambs that did frisk in the sun and bleat the one at the other. What we changed was innocence for innocence. We knew not the doctrine of ill-doing, nor dreamed that any did.
By this we gather you have tripped since.
Oh, my most sacred lady. Temptations since then have been born to us. For in those unfledged days was my wife but a girl. Your precious self had then not crossed the eyes of my own playfellow.
Race to boot, of this make no conclusion, lest you should say your queen and I are devils. Yet, go on, the offenses we have made you do will answer. If you first sinned with us, and that with us you did continue false, and that you slept not with any but us.
Is he one yet?
So stay, my lord.
At my request you would not. Hermione, my dearest, thou never spokest to better purpose.
Never?
Never once.
What? Have I twice said well? When was't before? Prithee, tell me, cramps with praise and makes as bad as tame things. But to the goal, my last good deed was to entreat his stay. What was my first? It has an elder sister, or I do mistake you. Oh, would her name were Grace. But once before I spoke to the purpose. What? Nay, let me have it, I long.
Why, that was when 3 crabbed months had soured themselves to death, ere I could make thee ope thy white hand and clap thyself my love. Then didst thou utter, I am yours forever.
His grace indeed. Why, lo you now, I spoke to the purpose twice. The one forever earned a royal husband, the other for some while a friend.
Too hot. Too hot. To mingle friendship far is mingling bloods. I have a tremor cortisone. My heart dances, but not for joy, not joy. This entertainment may a free face put on, derive a liberty from heartiness, from bounty, girdle bosom, and well become the agent, may I grant. But to be paddling palms, pinching fingers as now they are, making practiced smiles as in a looking glass, and then to sigh as toward the more to the dear. That is entertainment my bosom likes not, nor my brows. Mamilius, art thou my boy?
Aye, my good lord.
Vex. Why, that's my bawcock. Oh, what, hast much thy nose? They say it is a copy out of mine. Come, captain, we must be neat. Well, not neat, but cleanly, captain. Yet the steer, the heifer, and the calf are all called neat. Still virtuing upon his paw. How now, my wanton calf? Art thou my calf?
Yes, if you will, my lord.
Oh, thou want'st to rough passion the shoots I have to be full like me. Yet they say we are as like as eggs. Women say so, that will say anything. But were they false as ore-dyed glass, as wind, as waters? False as ticer to be wished by one that fixes no more betwixt his and mine. Yet were it true to say this boy were like to me.
How fair is Sicilia?
Something seems unsettled.
How, my lord?
What cheer? How is with you, best brother?
You look as if you held a brow of much distraction. Are you moved, my lord?
No, in good earnest. How sometimes nature will betray its folly, its tenderness, and make itself a pastime to harder bosoms. Looking on the lines of my boy's face, methoughts I did recoil 23 years. See myself unbreeched in my green velvet coat, my dagger muzzled lest it should bite its master, and so prove his ornament soft too dangerous. How like, methoughts, I did muzz to this colonel, this squash, this gentleman. Mine honest friend, will you take eggs for money?
No, my lord, I'll fight.
Will a happy man be his dole? My brother, are you so fond of your young princess as we do seem to be of ours?
If at home, sir, she's all my exercise, my mirth, my matter. Now my sworn friend, and then mine enemy. My parasite, my soldier, statesman all. She makes a July's day as short as December, and with her varying childness, cures thoughts in me which would thick my blood.
So stands this squire, office with me. We two will walk, my lord, and leave you to your graver steps. Hermione, how thou lovest us, showing our brothers welcome. Let what is dear in Sicily be cheap. Next to thyself and my young rover, he's a parent to my heart.
If you would seek us, we are yours in the garden. Shall attend you there?
Oh, to your own bent's disposal. You'll be found, be you beneath the sky. I'm angling now. though you perceive me not how I give line. Go to. How she holds up the neck, the bill to him, and arms her with the boldness of a wife to her allowing husband. Gone already? Inch thick, knee deep, or head and ears a forked one! Go play, boy, play. Thy mother plays. And I play too. So disgraced a part whose issue will hiss me to my grave. Contempt and clamor will be mine now. Her bid, or I much deceived, cuckolds ere now. And many a man there is, even at this present, now while I speak this, holds his wife by the arm, that little thinks she has been sluiced in his absence. On fish by his next neighbor. My sir smiled, his neighbor. Nay, there's comfort in it. Those other men have gates, and those gates opened, as mine, against their will. Should all despair that have revolted wives, the tenth of mankind would hang themselves. Physic for it there's none. 'Tis a body planet, which will strike where 'tis predominant, 'tis powerful. Think it from east, west, north, south, be it concluded, no barricado for a belly. 'Twill let in and out the enemy with bag and baggage. Many thousand bonds have the disease, but feel it not. How now, boy?
I'm like you, they say.
Why, there's comfort in that. What? Camillo there.
Aye, my good lord.
Go play, Mamilius, thou art an honest man. Camillo, this great sir will yet stay longer.
You had much ado to make his anchor hold. When you cast out, it still came home.
Didst note it.
You would not stay at your petitions, made his business more material.
Didst perceive it. They're here with me already, whispering, rounding. Sicilia is a so forth. 'Tis far gone when I shall dust it last. How came it, Camillo, that he did stay?
At the good queen's entreaty.
At the queen's, be it. Good should be pertinent, so it is. Was taken in by any understanding pate but thine, for thy conceit is soaking, will draw in more than the common blots. Not notedest, but of the finer natures, by some severals of headpiece extraordinary. The lower messes, perchance, are to this business purblind, say.
Business, my lord? I think most understand Bohemia stays here longer.
Ha!
Stays here longer?
Aye, but why?
To satisfy your highness and the entreaties of our most gracious mistress.
Satisfy! The entreaties of your mistress. Satisfy! Let that suffice. I have trusted thee, Camillo, with all the nearest things to my heart, as well my chamber counsel, wherein, priest-like, thou hast cleansed my bosom. I from thee departed thy penitent reformed. But we have been deceived in thy integrity, deceived in that which seems so.
Be it forbid, my lord.
Oh, to bide upon it, thou art not honest. Or, if thou inclinest that way, thou art a coward, which hawks his honesty behind, restraining from course required. Or else thou must be counted a servant crafted in my serious trust, and therein negligent. Or else a fool, that seest the game played home, the rich stake drawn, and takest it all for jest.
My gracious lord, I may be negligent, foolish, and fearful. In any one of these, no man is free. But that his negligence, his folly, fear, among the infinite doings of the world, sometime puts forth. In your affairs, my lord, if ever I were willful negligent, who is my folly, If industriously I played the fool, it was my negligence, not weighing well the end. If ever I feared to do a thing, were I the issue doubted, whereof the execution did cry out against the non-performance, was a fear which often vexed the wisest. These, my lord, are such allowed infirmities that honesty is never free of. But beseech your grace, be plainer with me. Let me know my trespass by its own visage. If I then deny it, 'tis none of mine.
Have not you seen, Camillo? That's past doubt, you have. Or your eyeglass is thicker than a cuckold's horn. Or heard, for to vision so apparent, rumor cannot be mute. Or thought, for cogitation resides not in that man that does not think. My wife is slippery. If thou wilt confess, or else be impudently negative, to have nor eyes, nor ears, nor thought, then say my wife is a hobby horse, deserves a name as rank as any flax-wench that puts to before her troth plight. Say it, and justify it.
I would not be a stander by to hear my sovereign mistress clouded so, without my present vengeance taken. True, my heart, you never spoke what did become you less than this, which, to reiterate, were sin as deep as that, though true.
Is whispering nothing? Is leaning cheek to cheek? Is meeting noses? Kissing with inside lip? Stopping the career of laughter with a sigh? A note fallible of breaking honesty? Horsing foot on foot? Skulking in corners? Wishing clocks more swift? Hours? Minutes? Noon? Midnight? And all eyes blind with the pin and weapon theirs only which would unseen be wicked. Is this nothing? Why then the world and all that's in it is nothing. The covering sky is nothing. Bohemia is nothing. My wife is nothing, nor nothing have these nothings if this be nothing.
But my lord, be cured of this diseased opinion. In the times where 'tis most dangerous.
Say it be, 'tis true.
No, my lord.
It is. You lie. You lie. I say thou liest, Camillo, and I hate thee! Pronounce thee a gross lout, or a mindless slave, or else a hovering temporizer, that canst with thine eyes at once see good and evil inclining to the both. Were my wife's liver so infected as her life, she would not live the running of one glass.
Who does infect her?
Why, he that wears her like a medal, hanging about his neck. Bohemia. Who? If I had servants true about me, that bear eyes to see alike my honors, their profits, their own particular thrifts, they should do that which would undo more doing. I am now his cupbearer, whom I from meaner form have benched and reared to worship, who may see as plainly as heaven sees earth, and earth sees heaven, how I am galled, mightst despice a cup to give mine enemy a lasting wink, which, draught to me, were cordial.
My lord, I could do this, and that with no rash potion, but with a lingering dram that should not work maliciously, like poison. But I cannot believe this crack to be in my dread mistress, so sovereignly being honorable. I have loved thee.
Make that thy question. Go rot. Dost think I am so muddy, so unsettled, to appoint myself in this vexation? Give scandal to my sheets, which to preserve is sleep, which being spotted is goats, thorns, nettles, tails of wasps. Give scandal to the blood of the prince, my son, whom I do think is mine, and love is mine without right moving to it. Could I do this? Would man so blank?
I must believe you, sir. I do. We'll fetch off Bohemia for it. Provided that, when he's removed, your highness will take again your queen as yours at first, even for your son's sake, and thereby for sealing the injuries of tongues in courts and kingdoms known and allied to yours.
Thou dost advise me, even as I mine own course to set down. I'll give no blemish to her honor, none.
Go then. With a countenance as clear as friendship wears at feasts, keep with Bohemia and with your queen. I am his cupbearer. If from me he have wholesome beverage, account me not your servant.
This is all. Do it, and thou hast the one half of my heart. Do it not, and thou splitst thine own.
I'll do it, my lord.
I will seem friendly, as thou hast advised.
Miserable lady. But as for me, what case stand I in? I must be the poisoner of good Polixenes, and my grounds to do it is the obedience to a master, one who in rebellion with himself will have all that are his so too. To do this deed, promotion follows. If I could find example of thousands who had struck anointed kings and flourished after, I'd not do it. But since nor brass, nor stone, nor parchment bears not one, let villainy itself forswear it. I must forsake the court. To do it, or no, is certain to me a breakneck. Happy star reign now. Here comes Bohemia.
This is strange. Methinks my favor here begins to warp. Not speak. Good day, Camillo.
Hail, most royal
What
sir.
is the news of the court?
None rare, my lord.
The king hath on him such a countenance as he had lost a province or a region, loved as he loves himself. Even now I met him with customary compliment, when he, wafting his eyes to the contrary and falling a lip of much contempt, speeds from me, and so leaves me to consider what is breeding that changes thus his manners.
I dare not know, my lord.
How dare not? Do not? Do you know and dare not? Be intelligent to me, 'tis thereabouts. For to yourself what you do know you must and cannot say you dare not. Good Camillo, your changed complexions are to me a mirror which show me mine changed too. For I must be a party in this alteration, finding myself thus altered with it.
There is a sickness which puts some of us in distemper. But I cannot name the disease, and it is caught of you that are yet well.
How God of me? Make me not sighted like the basilisk. I have looked on thousands who have spent the better by my regard, but killed none so. Camillo, if you know aught which does behoove my knowledge thereof to be informed, imprison it not in ignorant concealment.
I may not answer.
Sickness caught of me, and yet I well. I must be answered. Dost thou hear, Camillo? I conjure thee by all the parts of man which honor does acknowledge, whereof the least is not thy suit of mine, that thou declare what incidency thou dost guess of harm is creeping toward me. How far off? How near? Which way to be prevented? If to be. If not, how best to bear it?
Sir, I will tell you, since I am charged in honor, and by him I think honorable. Therefore mark my counsel, which must be even as swiftly followed as I mean to utter it. Or both yourself and me cry lost, and so good night.
On, good Camillo.
I am appointed him to murder you.
By who? Camillo?
By the king.
For what?
He thinks, nay, with all confidence he swears, as he had seemed or been an instrument to vice you to it, that you have touched his queen, forbiddenly.
Then my best blood turn to an infected jelly, and let my name be yoked with his that did betray the best. Turn then my freshest reputation to a savor which may strike the dullest nostril where I arrive, and my approach be shunned, nay, hated too. Worse than the greatest infection that e'er was heard or read. How should this grow?
I know not. But I am sure 'tis safer to avoid what's grown than to question how 'tis born. If, therefore, you dare trust this honesty, which lies enclosed in this trunk, which you must bear along in pawn, away tonight. Your followers I will whisper to this business, and by twos and threes at several posterns clear them of the city. For myself, I put my fortunes to your service, which are here by this discovery lost. Oh, be not uncertain. By the honor of my parents, I have uttered truth, which if you seek to prove, I dare not stand by, nor shall you be safer than one condemned by the king's own mouth, thereby his execution swore.
I do believe me. I saw his heart in his face. Give me thy hand. Be pilot to me, and thy places shall still neighbor mine. My ships are ready, and my people did expect my hence departure 2 days ago. This jealousy is for a precious creature. As she's rare, must it be great? And as his person's mighty, must it be violent? And as he does conceive, he is dishonored by a man which ever professed to him. Why, in that must his revenges be made more bitter. Fear o'ershades me. Go to expedition, be my friend, and comfort the gracious queen. Part of his theme, but nothing of his ill-tamed suspicion. Come, Camillo, I will respect thee as a follower if thou shalt bearst my life off hence. Let us ahoy.
It is in mine authority to command the keys to all the posterns. Please your highness to take the urgent hour. Come, sir, away.
Take the boy to you, he so troubles me, 'tis past
Come, my gracious lord. Shall I be your playfellow? No, I'll none of you. Why, my sweet lord? You'll kiss me hard and speak to me as if I were a baby still. I like you better.
so, my lord.
Not for because your brows are blacker. Yet black brows, they say, become some women best.
Who taught you this?
I learned it out of women's faces. Pray now, what color are your eyebrows? Blue, my lord? Nay, that's a mock. I have seen a lady's nose that has been blue, but not her eyebrows.
Hark ye, the queen your mother rounds apace. We shall present our services to a fine new prince one of these days, and then you'd wanton with us if we would have you.
Incredibly, it's a goodly bulk. Good time encounter her. What wisdom stirs amongst you? Come, sir, now I am for you again. Pray you, sit by us and tell us a tale.
Merry or sad shall it be?
As merry as you will.
The sad tale's best for winter. I have one of sprites and goblins.
Let's have that then. Come on, sit down. Come on and do your best to frighten me with your sprites. You're powerful at it.
There was a man.
Nay, come, sit down. Then on.
Dwelt by a churchyard. I'll tell it softly. Yon cricket shall not hear it.
Come on then and give it me in my ear.
Was he met there? His train, Camillo with him.
Behind the tuft of pines I met them. Never saw him and scour so on their way. I had them, even to their ships.
How blessed am I in my just censure, in my true opinion. Camillo was his helpiness, his pander. There's a plot against my life. My crown up. All's true that 'tis mistrusted. That false villain whom I employed was pre-employed by him. He has discovered my side. I remain a pinched thing, yea, a very trick for them to play at with. How came the postern so easily opened?
By his great authority, which often happen unless avail themselves, on your command.
I know it too well. Give me the boy. I'm glad you did not nurse him. Though he does bear some sign to me, yet you have too much blood in him.
What is this, sport?
Bear the boy hence. He shall not come about. Away with him! Let her sport herself with that she is big with. For 'tis Polixenes has made thee swell thus.
But I'll say he had not, and I'll be sworn you would believe my saying. How are you lean to the nayward?
You, my lords, look on her. Mark her well, but be it known from him who has most cause to grieve it should be, she's an adulteress.
Should a villain say so, the most replenished villain in the world, he were as much more villain. You, my lord, do but mistake.
You have mistook my lady Polixenes for Leontes. I have said she's an adulteress. I have said with whom. Or she's a traitor, and Camillo is a federary with her, one who knows what she should shame to know herself, but for her most vile principle, that she's a bed-swerver, even as bad as those that vulgars give the boldest titles. I am privy to this, their late escape.
No, by my life, privy to none of this! How will this grieve you, when you shall come to clearer knowledge that you thus have published me? Gentle, my lord, you scarce can write me truly than to say you did mistake.
No! If I mistake in those foundations which I build upon, the center is not big enough to hold a schoolboy's talk. Away with her to prison.
Sir!
He who shall speak for her is far off guilty that he speaks.
There is some ill planet reigns. I must be patient till the heavens look with an aspect more favorable. Good my lords, I am not prone to weeping, as our sex commonly are, the want of which vain dew perchance shall dry your pities. But I have that honorable grief lodged here, which burns worse than tears drown. Beseech you all, with thoughts so qualified as your charities shall best instruct you, measure me, and so the king's will be performed.
Shall I be heard?
Who is that goes with me? Beseech your highness, my women may be with me, for you see, my plight requires it. Do not weep, good fool, there is no cause. When you shall know your mistress has deserved in prison, then abound in tears as I come out. This action I now go on is for my better grace. Adieu, my lord. I never wish to see you sorry. Now I trust I shall. Emilia, come, you have leave.
Go, you are bidding hence.
Beseech your highness. Call the queen again.
Be certain what you do, sir, lest your justice should prove violence, in the which 3 great ones suffer. Yourself, your queen, your son.
For her, my lord, I dare my life lay down. And will do it, sir. Please you to accept it. The queen is spotless, in the eyes of heaven and to you. I mean in this which you do accuse her.
Every inch of woman in the world, every dram of woman's flesh is false if she be.
Hold your pieces.
Good my lord!
It is for you we speak, not for ourselves. You are abused by some putter on that will be damned for it. Would I be the villain, I would land damn him. Be she honor flawed? Oh, I have 3 daughters. The eldest is 11, the second and the third 9, and some 5. If this prove true, they'll pay for it. By mine honor, I'll geld them all. 14 they shall not seek to bring false generations. They are co-heirs, and I had rather glib myself than they should not produce fair issue.
Cease, no more. We smell this business with the senses cold as is a dead man's nose. I do see it, feel it, as you feel doing thus, and see with all the instruments that feel.
And I wish, my liege, you had only in your silent judgment tried it without more overture.
How could that be? Either thou art most ignorant by age, thou art born a fool. Camillo's flight added to their familiarity, which was as gross as ever touched conjecture, that lacked sight only, not for approbation, but only seeing. All other circumstances made up to the deed doth push on this proceeding. Yet, For a greater confirmation, for an act of this importance, 'twere most piteous to be wild. I will dispatch in post to Apollo's, to sacred Delphos, Cleomenes, and Dion, whom you know of stuffed sufficiency. Out from the oracle they'll bring all, whose spiritual counsel had, shall stop or spur me. Have I done well?
Well done.
Though I am satisfied and need no more than what I know, yet shall the oracle give rest to the mind of others, such as he whose ignorant credulity will not come up to the truth. So if we thought it good from our free person that she should be confined, lest that the treachery of the two fled hence be left her to perform. Come, follow us. We are to speak in public, for this business will raise us all.
To laughter, as I take it, if the good truth were known.
Good lady, no court in Europe is too good for thee. But thou hast been in prison. Now, good sir, you know me, do you not?
For a worthy lady and one whom much I honor.
Ready then. Conduct me to the queen.
I may not, madam. To the contrary, I have express commandment.
Here's to do to lock up honesty and honor from the access of gentle visitors. It's lawful, pray you, to see the women, any of them. Amelia?
If it please you, madam, I shall bring Amelia forth.
Then pray now, hold her.
And, madam, I must be present at your conference.
Well, be it so. Ready. You're such a Jew to make no stain a stain as passes coloring. Dear gentlemen, how fares our gracious lady?
Oh, as well as one so great and so forlorn may hold together. On her frights and griefs, which never tender lady hath borne greater, she is something before her time delivered.
A boy?
A daughter, a beautiful babe, lusty and like to live. The queen receives much comfort in it. Says, my poor prisoner, and innocent as you.
I dare be sworn these dangerous, unsafe lewds in the cave which brew them. He must be told not, and he shall. He often becomes a woman vexed. I'll take it upon me. If I prove honey mouth, let my tongue blister, never to my red goat anger through the trumpet anymore. Ready you, Amelia. Remember my best obedience to the queen. If she dares trust me with her little babe, I'll show it the king and undertake to be her advocate to the loudest. We do not know when he may soften at the sight of the child. The silence often of pure innocence persuades when speaking fails.
Most worthy madam, your honor and goodness is so evident that your free undertaking cannot miss a thriving issue. There is no lady living so meet for this great errand. Please your ladyship to visit the next room. I'll presently acquaint the queen of your most noble offer, who, but today hammered of this design, but durst not tempt a minister of honor lest she should be denied.
Tell her, Amelia. I'll use that tongue I have. If wit flow from it as boldness from my bosom, let not be doubted I shall do good.
Now be you blessed for it. I'll to the queen. Please you, come something nearer.
If it please the queen to send the babe, I know not what I shall incur to pass it, having no warrant.
You need not fear it, sir. This child was prisoner to the womb, and is, by law and process of great nature, thence freed and enfranchised. Not a party to the anger of the king, nor guilty of, and indeed, the trespass of the queen.
I do believe it.
Do not you fear. Upon mine honor, I will stand betwixt you and danger.
Nor night, nor day, no rest. 'Tis but weakness to bear the matter thus, mere weakness. If the cause were not in being, part of the cause, she, the adulteress, the heart of the king is quite beyond mine arm. Out of the blanket level of my brain, plot. She, I hope to me. Say that she were gone, and given to the fire. moiety of my rest might come to me again. Who's there?
My lord,
How does the boy?
he took good rest tonight. 'Tis hoped his sickness is discharged.
To see his nobleness, seeing the dishonor of his mother. And he straight declined. Drew took it deeply, fastened and fixed the shame on it in himself. Threw off his spirit, his appetite, his sleep, downright languished. Fine! No thought of him. The thought my revenge is that way recoil upon me. Himself, too mighty, his parties, his alliance, let him be till time may serve. For present vengeance, take it on her. Milo and Polixenes laugh at me, make their pastime at my sorrow, but they should not laugh if I could reach them. Nor shall she within my power.
You must not enter. Nay, rather, good my lord, be second to me. Fear you his tyrannous passion more or less than the queen's life? A gracious, innocent soul, more free than he is jealous.
That's enough. My wife, he hath not slept tonight, commanded none should come at him.
Not so hot, good sir. I come to bring him sleep. 'Tis such as you that creep like shadows by him and do sigh at each his needless heavings, such as you nourish the cause of his awaking. I do come with the word medicinal is true, honest as either to purge him of that humor that presses him from sleep.
What noise there? Oh,
No noise, my lord, but needful conference about some gossips for your highness.
how? Away with that audacious lady. Antigonus, I charge thee that she should not come about me. I knew she would.
I told her so, my lord, on your displeasure's peril, and on mine, she should not visit you.
One canst not rule her.
From all dishonesty he can, in this, unless he take the course that you have done, commit me for committing honor. Trust it, he shall not rule me.
You now you hear. When she will take the rein, I let her run, but she'll not stumble.
Good my liege, I come and I beseech you hear me, who profess myself your loyal servant, your physician, your most obedient counselor, yet that dare less appear so in comforting your evils than such as most seem yours. I say, I come from your good queen.
Oh, good queen.
Good queen, my lord, good queen. I say good queen, and would by combat make her good, so were I a man. The worst about you.
Force her hence.
Let him that makes but trifles of his eyes first hand me. But first, I'll do my errand. The good queen,
She
is good, hath brought you forth a daughter. Here 'tis. Commends it to your blessing.
Out! Mankind witch! Hence with her, out a door! Most intelligencing bawd!
Not so. I'm as ignorant in that as you in so entitling me, and no less honest than you are mad, which is enough, I'll warrant, if this world goes, to pass for honest.
Traitors! Will you not push her out? Don't! Thou art woman tired, unroosted by thy dainty partlet here. Take up the basket. Take it up, I say, give it thy crumb.
Forever unvenerable be thy hands, if thou takest up the princess by that forced baseness which he has put upon it.
He dreads his wife.
So I would you did. Then twere past all that you call your children yours.
Nest of traitors.
I am none by this good light.
Nor I, nor any but one that's here, and that's himself. For he the sacred honor of himself, his queens, his hopeful sons, his babes betrays to slander, whose sting is sharper than the swords and will not, for as the case now stands, it is like curse he cannot be compelled to it, once remove the root of his opinion, which is rotten as ever ochre stone was sound.
Count, boundless tongue, who late hath beat her husband, and now baits me. This rat is none of mine. It is the issue of Polixenes. Hence with it, and together with the dam, commit them to the fire.
It is yours! Oh! And might we leave your brother to your charge, so like you 'tis the worst. pretty dimples of his chin and cheek, his smile, his very golden frame of hand, nail, finger. And thou, good goddess nature, that has made it so like to him that got it, that thou hast the ordering of the mind, too, amongst all colors. No yellow in it, that she suspect that he does her children, not her husband's.
Gross hag and nozzle. Thou art worthy to be hanged that wilt not stay her tongue.
Hang all the husbands that cannot do that feat, you'll leave yourself hardly one subject.
Once more, hence with her.
The most unworthy and unnatural lord can do no more.
I'll have thee burnt.
I care not. It is a heretic that makes the fire, not she which burns in it. I'll not call you tyrant, but this most cruel usage of your queen, not able to produce more accusation than your own weak-hinged fancy. Something savors of tyranny that will ennoble make you, yea, scandalous to the world.
On your allegiance, out of the chamber with her. Were I a tyrant, where were her life? She durst not call me so if she did know me one. Away with her.
I pray you, do not push me, I'll be gone. Look to your babe, my lord. 'Tis yours. Jove, send her a better guiding spirit. Beneath these hands. You that are not so tender of his follies will never do him good. Not one of you. So, farewell. We're gone!
Thou, dotard, hast set on thy wife to this, my time. Await it. Even thou, that has a heart so tender o'er it, take it hence, and see it instantly consumed with fire. Even thou, and none but thou, take it up straight. Within the hour, bring me word 'tis done, and by good testimony, or I'll seize thy life with what thou else callst thine. If thou refuse, and wilt encounter with my wrath, say so. The bastard rings with these my proper hands will I dash out. Go, take it to the fire, for thou setst on thy wife.
I did not, sir.
You're liars both.
Beseech your highness, give me better credit. I have always truly served you, and beseech you so to esteem of me. And on my knees I beg, as recompense for my dear services, past and to come, that you do change this purpose, which being so horrible, so bloody, must lead on to some foul issue.
I am a feather for each wind that blows. Shall I live on to see this bastard kneel and call me father? Better burn it now than curse it then. But be it, let it live. Shall not need. You, sir, come you hither. You that have been so tenderly officious with Lady Marjorie, your midwife there, to save this bastard's life, for 'tis a bastard as sure as this beard's gray. What will you adventure to save this brat's life?
Anything, my lord, that my ability may undergo and nobleness impose. At least this much, upon the little blood which I have left to save the innocent. Anything possible.
Oh, it shall be possible. Swear by this sword.
I will, my lord.
Mark and performance, seest thou? For the veil of any point in it shall not only be death to thyself, but to thy lewd-tongued wife, whom, for this time, we pardon. We enjoin thee, as thou art liege man to us, that thou carry this female bastard hence, and that thou bear it to some remote desert place, quite out of our dominions, and that there thou leave it, without more mercy, to its own protection and favor of the climate. As by strange fortune it came to us, I do injustice charge thee on thy soul's peril and thy body's torture, and thou commended strangely to some place where chance may nurse or end it. Take it up.
I swear to do this, though a present death had been more merciful. Unforbade. Some powerful spirit instruct the kites and ravens to be thy nurses. Wolves and bears, they say, casting their savageness aside, have done like offices of pity. Sir, be prosperous in more than this deed does require. Blessing against this cruelty fight on thy side, poor thing, condemned to loss.
No, I'll not rear another's issue.
Please, Your Highness, post from those who sent to the Oracle had come an hour since. Diomedes and Dion being well arrived from Delphos, a rope landed, hastening to the court. So please you, sir, their speed has been beyond account.
23 days they have been absent. 'Tis good speed. Foretells the great Apollo suddenly will have the truth of this appear. Prepare you now. Summon us sessions that we may arraign our most disloyal lady. For, as she hath been publicly accused, so shall she have a just and open trial. If she lives, my heart will be a burden to me. Leave me, think upon my bidding. This sessions to our great grief we pronounce, even pushes against our heart. The party tried, the daughter of a king, our wife, and one of us too much beloved. Let us be cleared of being tyrannous, since we so openly proceed in justice, which shall have due course, even to the guilt or the purgation. Produce the prisoner.
His Highness's pleasure that the Queen appear in person here in court. Silence!
Read the indictment.
Hermione, Queen to the worthy Leontes, King of Sicilia, thou art here accused and arraigned of high treason in committing adultery with Polixenes, King of Bohemia, and conspiring with Camillo to take away the life of our sovereign lord the king, thy royal father. The pretense whereof being partly laid open, thou, Hermione, contrary to the faith and allegiance of a true subject, didst counsel and aid them for their better safety to fly away by night.
Since what I am to say must be but that which contradicts my accusation, and the testimony on my part no other but what comes from myself, it shall scarce boot me to say, not guilty. Mine integrity being counted falsehood, shall, as I express it, be so received. But thus, if powers divine behold our human actions, as they do, I doubt not then that innocence shall make false accusation blush, and tyranny tremble at patience. You, my lord, best know, least would seem to do so, that my past life hath been as continent, as chaste, as true as I am now unhappy, which is more than history can pattern, though devised and played to take spectators. For behold me, a fellow of the royal bed, which owe a moiety of the throne, a great king's daughter, mother to a hopeful prince, here standing to prate and talk for life and honor for who please to come in here. For life, I prize it as I weigh grief, which I would spare. For honor, 'Tis a derivative from me to mine, and only that I stand for. I appeal to your own conscience, sir. Before Polixenes came to your court, how I was in your grace, how merited to be so. Since he came, with what encounter so uncurrent, I have strained to appear thus. If one jot be on the bound of honor in act or will that way inclining, harden be the hearts of all that hear me, and my nearest of kin cry fie upon my grave.
I ne'er heard yet that any of these bolder vices wanted less impudence to gainsay what they did than to perform it first.
That's true enough, though 'tis a saying, sir, not due to me.
You will not own it?
More than mistress, of which comes to me in name of fault, I must not at all acknowledge. For Polixenes, with whom I am accused, I do confess that I loved him.
Ha!
As in honor he required, with such a kind of love as might become a lady like me, with a love even such so and no other as yourself commanded, which not to have done I think had been both disobedience and ingratitude to you and toward your friend whose love had spoke, even since it could speak, from an infant, freely, that it was yours. Now, for conspiracy, I know not how it tastes, though it be dished for me to try how. All I know of it is that Camillo was an honest man, and why he left your court, the gods themselves, wanting no more than I, are ignorant.
You knew of his departure, as you know what you have undertaken to do in his absence.
Sir, you speak a language that I understand not. My life stands in the level of your dreams, which I'll lay down.
Your actions are my dreams. You had a bastard by Polixenes, and I but dreamed it. As you were past all shame, those of your fact are so past all truth, which to deny concerns more than avails. For as thy brat hath been cast out, like to itself no father owned it, which is indeed more criminal in thee than it, so shalt thou feel our justice, in whose easiest passage look for no less than death.
Sir, spare your threats. The bug which you would fright me with, I seek. To me can life be no commodity. The crown and comfort of my life, your favor, I do give loss, for I do feel it gone, but know not how it went. My second joy, and first fruits of my body, from his presence I am barred like one infectious. My third comfort, starved most unluckily, from my breast the innocent milk in its most innocent mouth hailed out to murder. Myself, on every post proclaimed a strumpet, with immodest hatred the child-bed privilege denied, which logs to women of all fashion. Lastly, hurried here to this place in the open air before I have got strength of limit. Now, my liege, tell me, what blessings do I have here alive that I should fear to die? Therefore, proceed. But yet, hear this, mistake me not. No life, I price it not strong, but for mine honor, which I would spare. If I shall be condemned upon surmises, all proof sleeping else but what your jealousies awake, I say to you, 'tis rigor, and not law. Your honors all, I do refer me to the oracle. Apollo be my judge.
This your request is altogether just. Therefore bring forth, and in Apollo's name, his oracle.
The Emperor of Russia was my father. Oh, that he were alive and here beholding his daughter's trial, that he did but see the flatness of my misery, but with eyes of pity, not revenge.
You here shall swear upon this sword of justice that you, Cleomenes and Dion, have been both at Delphos, and from thence have brought the seal of oracle by the hand delivered of great Apollo's priest, and since then have not dared to break the holy seal nor read the secrets in it.
All this we swear. Break up the seals and read.
Hermione is chaste, Polixenes blameless, Camillo a true subject, Leontes a jealous tyrant. His innocent babe truly begotten, and the king shall live without an heir if that which is lost be not found. Blessed be the great Apollo.
Praise!
Hast read truth?
Aye, my lord, even so as it is here set down.
There is no truth at all in the order. The session shall continue. This is mere falsehood.
My lord, the king!
What's the business?
Oh, sir, I shall be hated to report it. The prince, your son, with mere conceit and fear of the queen's speed, is gone.
How gone?
Is dead.
Apollo is angry, and the heavens themselves do strike at my injustice. How now there?
This news is mortal to the queen. Look down and see what death is doing.
Take her hence. Her heart is but o'ercharged. She will recover. I've too much believed my own suspicions. Beseech you, tenderly apply to her some remedies for life. Apollo, pardon my great profaneness against thine oracles. I'll reconcile me to Polixenes, new woo my wife. Recall the good Camillo, whom I proclaim a man of truth, of mercy, before being transported by my jealousies to bloody thoughts and to revenge. I chose Camillo for the minister to poison my friend Polixenes, which had been done, but that the good mind of Camillo tardied my swift command, though I with death and with reward did threaten and encourage him. Not doing it and being done, he, most humane and filled with honor, to my kingly guest unclasped by practice, quit his fortunes here, which you knew great, and to the hazard of all uncertainties himself commended, no richer than his honor. Oh, how he glisters through my rust, now his pity does my deeds make the blacker.
Whoa, oh, cut my waist, does my heart cracking and break too.
What fit is this, good lady?
What studied torment, tyrant, hast for me? What wheels, racks, fires, what flame, boiling, in lesser oils? What old or newer tortures must I receive, whose every word deserves to taste of thy most worst? Thy tyranny, together working with thy jealousies, fancies too weak for boys, too green and idle for girls of 9. Oh, think what they have done, and then run mad indeed, stark mad. For all thy bygone fooleries were but spices of it. That thou betrayedst Polixenes, 'twas nothing. That did show thee a fool, inconstant, and damnable ungrateful. Nor was't much thou wouldst have poisoned good Camillo's honor to have him kill a king. Poor trespasses! More monstrous standing by, whereof I reckon the casting forth the groves, thy baby daughter to be or none, or little, though a devil would have shed water out of fire ere done it. Nor is directly laid to thee the death of the young prince, whose honorable thoughts high for one so tender, cleft the heart that could conceive a gross and foolish sire blemished his gracious dam. This is not, no, lay to thy answer but the last. No lords, when I have said, cry woe. The queen, the sweetest, dearest creature's dead. And vengeance for it not dropped down yet.
The higher powers forbid.
I say she's dead. I'll swear it, if were no oath prevail not, go and see. If you could bring tincture or luster in her lip, her eye, heat outwardly, or breath within, I'll serve you as I would do the gods. But oh, thou tyrant, do not repent these things, for they are heavier than all thy woes could stir. Therefore betake thee to nothing but despair. 1,000 leagues, 10,000 years together naked, fasting upon a barren mountain, and still winter and storm perpetual could not move the gods to look that way thou wert.
Go on. Go on! Thou canst not speak too much. I have deserved all tongues to talk their bitterest.
Say no more. However the business goes, you have made fault in the boldness of your speech.
I'm sorry for it. All faults I make when I shall come to know them, I do repent. Alas, I have shown too much the rashness of a woman. He's touched to the noble heart. What's gone and what's past help should be past grief. Do not receive affliction of my petition, I beseech you. Rather let me be punished than have minded you of what you should forget. Now, good my liege, sir, royal sir, forgive a foolish woman. For love I bore your queen. Though a fool again, I'll speak of her no more, nor of your children. I'll not remember you of my own lord, who is lost too. Take your patience to you, and I'll say nothing.
Thou didst speak but well, when most the truth, which I have received much better than to be pitied of thee. Prithee, bring me to the dead bodies of my queen and son. Ungrave shall be their hope. Upon them shall the causes of their death appear unto our shame perpetual. Once a day, I'll visit the chapel where they lie. Tears shed there shall be my recreation. So long as nature will bear up this endeavor, so long I daily vow to use it. Come. Lead me unto these sorrows.
Thou art perfect then? Our ship hath touched the deserts of Bohemia?
Aye, my lord, inferior of land and ill time, skies with grimly threatened present clusters. In my conscience, the heavens that which we have in hand are angry and front upon us.
Your sacred wills be done. Go, get aboard, look to thy bark, I'll not be long before I call upon thee.
Make your best haste and go not too far in the land, 'tis like to be loud weather. Besides, this place is famous for the creatures of prey that keep upon it.
Go thou away, I'll follow instantly.
I'm glad at heart to be so rid of the business.
Come, poor babe. I have heard, but not believed, the spirits of the dead may walk again. If such thing be, thy mother appeared to me last night. There never was dream so like awaking. To me comes a creature, sometimes her head on one side, some another. I never saw a vessel of like sorrow, so filled and so becoming. In pure white robes, like very sanctity, should it approach my cabin where I lay, thrice bowed before me, and gasping to begin some speech, her eyes became two spouts! Their fury sped, anon did this break from her. Good Antigonus, since fate against thy better disposition hath made thy person for the thrower out of my poor babe, according to thine oath, places remote enough are in Bohemia, there weep and leave it crying, and for the babe is counted lost forever, perdita, prithee call it. For this ungentle business put on thee by my lord, thou ne'er shalt see thy wife Paulina more. And so with shrieks she melted into air. Affrighted much, I did in time collect myself, and thought this was so, and no slumber. Dreams are toys, yet for this once, yea, superstitiously, I will be squared by this. And do believe Hermione hath suffered death, and that Apollo would, this being indeed the issue of King Polixenes, it should here be laid, either for life or death, upon the earth of his right father. Blossom, speed thee well. There lie, there thy character. Oh, there are these, which may, your fortune please, both breed thee pretty and still rest thine. Most accursed am I to be by oath enjoined to this. Farewell. The day frowns more and more. I would like to have a lullaby too rough. I never saw the heavens so dim by day. Ooh, a savage clamor. Well, may I get aboard? The chase. I am gone forever.
I would there were no age between 16 and 3 and 20, or that youth would sleep out the rest, for there is nothing in the between but getting wenches with child, wronging the ancient trees, stealing, rising. Mercy, almost a bairn! Very pretty bairn! What are a child, I wonder? A pretty one, a very pretty one. Sure, some scape. Though I be not bookish, yet I can read a waiting gentlewoman in scape. This has been some stair work, some trunk work, some behind door work. They were warmer that got this than the poor thing is here. I'll take it up for pity. I'll tarry till my son comes. Hello, but even now. Hello? Hello? Oh, what? Art so near? If thou see a thing to talk on when thou art dead and rotten, come hither. What ailest thou, man?
I've seen two such sights, by sea and by land.
Why, how is it, boy?
When you didn't see how it chased, how it rages, how it takes up the shore. But that's not the point. Brilliant cry of the poor souls. Sometimes to see him and not to see him. Now the ship boring the moon with their mainmast and non-swallowed. Yes, and brought the ship thrust the gorge into a hogshead. And as for the land service, to see how the bear tore out his shoulder bone, who cried out to me for help and said his name was Antigonus, a nobleman. But to make an end of the ship, to see how the sea flap-dragoned it, but first, how the poor souls roared and the sea mocked them, and how the poor gentleman roared and the bear mocked him, more louder than the sea or weather.
Name of mercy, boy. When was this?
Now! I have not winced since I saw these sights. The men are not yet cold in the water, but the bear hath died of the gentleman. He's at it now.
I had been by to have helped the old man.
Would you have been by the ship's side to have helped her? There, your charity would have lacked footing.
Now, look thee here. Bless thyself. While thou hadst with things dying, I would things newborn. Look thee. Here's a sight for thee, a bearing cloth for a squire's child. Oh, and look thee here. Take up, boy. Open it. What's within? So, it was told me I should be rich by the berries. This is some changeling. Take up, open it. What's within?
You are a maid, old man. If the sins of your youth are forgiven you, you're well to live. Gold. All gold.
This is very gold, boy, and will prove so. Up with it, keep it close. We are lucky, and to be so still requires nothing but secrecy. Let my sheep go. Come, good boy, the next way home.
Don't you the next way with your findings. I'll go see if the bear be gone from the gentleman, and how much he hath taken. They are never cursed, but when they are hungry. If there be any of him left, I'll bury it.
'Tis a good deed, boy, and if thou mayst discern from what is left of him what he is, bring me to the sight of him.
Marry will I, and you will put him in the ground.
'Tis a lucky day, boy, and we'll do good deeds on it.
I, that please some, try all, both joy and terror of
time to use my wings. Impute it not a crime to me or my swift passage, that I slide over 16 years, and leave the growth untried of that wide gap. For it is in my power to overthrow law, and in one self-born hour to plant and overwhelm custom. Let me pass, the same I am, ere ancientest order was, or what is now received. I witnessed the times that brought them in. So shall I do to the freshest things now reigning, and make stale the glistering of his present, as my tale now seems to it. Your patience disallowing, I turn my glass, and give my tale such growing as you had slept between. Leontes leaving, the effects of his fond jealousy so grieving that he shuts up himself. Imagine me, gentle spectator, that I now may be in fair Bohemia, and remember well, a child of the prince of the king I mentioned, which Florizel I now name to thee. Oh, and with speed so pace to speak of Perdita, now grown in grace, equal with wondering. What of her ensues? I list not prophecy, but let time's new news be known when 'tis brought forth. A shepherd's daughter, what to her adheres, what follows after, is the argument of time. Of this aloud, if ever you have spent time worse ere now. If never, yet that time herself doth say, she wishes earnestly you never may.
I pray thee, good Camillo, be no more importunate. 'Tis a sickness denying thee anything, a death to grant this.
It is 15 years since I saw my country. Though I have for the most part been erred abroad, I desire to lay my bones there. Besides, the penitent king, my master, hath sent for me. Who is feeling sorrow, I might be some allayed, or I o'erweep to think so, which is another spur to my departure.
As thou lovest me, Camillo, wipe not out the rest of thy services by leaving me now. Of that fatal country, Sicilia, prithee speak no more, whose very naming punishes me with the remembrance of that penitent king, as thou callest him, my brother, whose loss of his most precious queen and children are even now to be afresh lamented. Say to me, when sawest thou the princess Florizel, my daughter?
It is 3 days since I saw the princess. What her happier affairs may be are to me unknown. But I have missingly noted, she is of late much retired from court, and less frequent to her princely exercises than formerly she hath appeared.
I have considered so much, Camillo, and with some care, so far that I have spies under my service which look upon her removedness, from which I have this intelligence, that she is seldom from the house of a most homely shepherd. A man, they say, that from very nothing, and beyond the imagination of his neighbors, is grown into an unspeakable estate.
I have heard, sir, of such a man, who hath a daughter of most rare note. The report of her extends more than can be thought to begin from such a cottage.
That's likewise part of my intelligence. But I fear the angle which plucks our child thither. Thou shalt accompany us to the place, where we will, not appearing what we are, have some question with the shepherd, from whose simplicity I think it not uneasy to get the cause of my daughter's resort thither. Prithee, be my present partner in this business, and lay aside thoughts of Sicilia.
I willingly obey your command.
My best Camillo. We must disguise ourselves.
How I wish you would.
We're just two lost souls swimming in the boat, year after year, running over the same old ground, haven't found the same old fear. Wish you were here. I have served Princess Florizel, and in my time wore 3 piles. But now I'm out of service. My traffic is sheets, when the kite bills look to lesser linen. My father named me Autolycus, who, being as I am, littered under Mercury, was likewise a snapper up of unconsidered trifles. With dye and drab I purchased this comparison, and my revenue is the silly cheat. Gallows and knock are too powerful on the highway. Beating and hangings are terrors to me. For the life to come, I sleep out the thought of it. Oh, a prize, a prize!
Every 11 weathered tod, every tod yields pound and odd shilling, 1,500 shorn, what comes the wool to?
The spring holds the cock's mind.
I cannot do without counters. Let's see, what am I to buy for our sheep shearing feast? 3 pounds sugar, 5 pounds currants, rice. What does a sister of mine to do with rice? But my father made her mistress of the feasting. She lays it on.
Oh, that ever I was born! Oh, help me, sir, help me, pluck but off these rags, and then death! Death! I am robbed, sir, and beaten, my money and apparel taken from me, and these detestable things put upon me!
Come, lend me thy hand.
Oh, good sir, tenderly, oh!
Alas,
Oh, good sir, softly, good sir. I fear, sir, my shoulder blade is out.
Oh, now, can't stand.
Oh, dear sir, good sir, softly. You have done me a charitable office.
Don't fuck any money. I have a little money for you.
No, good sir, I beseech you, sir. I have a kinsman not past 3/4 of a mile hence unto whom I was going. I shall there have money or anything I want. Offer me no money, I pray you, that kills my heart.
What manner of fellow is he that's robbed you?
Fellow, sir, who I have known to go about with trolmaidens. I knew him once a servant to the princess. I cannot tell, good sir, for which of his virtues it was, but he was certainly whipped out of court. Some call him Autolycus.
Pray, for my life, pray. Hogs wakes, bears, and bears.
Very true, sir. Sir, he. That's the rogue that put me into this apparel.
Not a more cowardly rogue in all Bohemia, as you could look big and spit in it to the ground.
I must confess to you, sir, I'm no fighter. I'm false of heart that way, and that he knew I warrant him.
How do you now?
Oh, sweet sir, much better than I was. I can stand and walk. I'll even take my leave of you and pace softly towards my kinsmen.
Shall I bring you on the way?
No, good-faced sir! No, sweet sir.
Then fare thee well. I must go buy spices for our sheep shearing.
Oh, prosper you, sweet sir. Your purse is not hot enough to purchase your spice. I'll be with you at your sheep shearing too. If I make not this cheat bring out another, and the shearers prove sheep, let me be unrolled and my name put in the book of virtue.
My gracious lady, to chide at your extremes it not becomes me. Pardon that I name them. Your high self, the gracious mark of the land, you have obscured with a swain's wearing, and me, poor lowly maid, most goddess-like ranked up. but that our feasts and every mess have folly, and the feeders digest it with a custom, I should blush to see you so attired. Sworn, I think, to show myself a glass.
I bless the time when my good falcon made her flight across thy father's ground.
Now Jove afford you cause. To me, the difference forges dread. Your greatness hath not been used to fear. And now I tremble to think your father, by some accident, should pass this way as you did. Oh, the fates! How would he look to see his work so noble, vilely bound up? What would he say? Or how should I, in these my borrowed flaunts, behold the sternness of his presence?
Apprehend nothing but jollity. The gods themselves, humbling their deities to love, have taken the shapes of beasts upon them. Jupiter became a bull and bellowed. The green Neptune a ram and bleated. And the fire-robed god, golden Apollo, a poor humble swain as I see now. Their transformations will never be rarer, nor in a way so chaste, since my desires run not before mine honor, nor my lusts burn hotter than my faith.
But madam, your resolution cannot hold when 'tis opposed, as it must be, by the power of the king. One of these two must be necessities, which then will speak. That you must change this purpose, or I my life to the third son.
These forced thoughts, I prithee, darken not the mirth of the feast, or I'll be thine, my fair, or not my father's, for I cannot be mine own, nor anything to any if I be not thine. To this I am most constant, though destiny say no. Be merry, gentle. Strangle such thoughts as these with anything you may behold the while. Your guests are coming. But lift up thy countenance as for the day of celebration of that nuptial which we two have sworn shall come.
Lady Fortune, stand you auspicious.
Let's see your guests approach. Address yourself to entertainment sprightly, and let's be read with mirth.
My old wife lived upon this day. She was both peddler, sailor, cook, both dame and servant. Served all would sing her song and dance her turn. Here she was, at upper end of the table, here in the middle, on his shoulder and his. Her face of fire with the labor and the things she took to quench it, she would to each one sip. You are retired as a feasted one, and not the hostess of the meeting. Come now, quench your blushes, and greet these unknown friends to us. To make us better friends. No. Come now, welcome us to your sheep shearing, as your good flock shall prosper.
Sir, welcome. It is my father's will I should take on me the hostesship of the day. You're welcome, sir. Those flowers stand yours. Reverend sirs, for you there's rosemary and rue. These keep seeming and savor all the winter long. Grace and remembrance be to you both, and welcome to our cheering.
Shepherdess, a fair one are you. Well, you fit our ages with flowers of winter.
Here's flowers for you. Hot lavender, mints, savory marjoram, with the marigold that goes to bed with the sun and with him rises weeping. These are flowers of middle summer, and I think they are given to men of middle age. Oh. You're very welcome.
I should give up grazing, were I of your flock, and live only by gazing.
Oh. Alas, if you'd be so lean, last of January would blow you through and through. Now, my fairest friend, I would have had some flowers of the spring that might become your time of day. These I lack and my sweet friends of Struer or your.
What, like a course?
No, like a bank I love to lie and play on. Not like a horse, or if not to be buried, but quick and in my arms. Come, take your flowers. Evenings I play as I have seen them do in bits and pastorals. Sure, these ropes of mine do change my disposition.
What you do still betters what is done. When you speak sweet, I'll have you do it ever. When you sing, I'll have you buy and sell so. So give alms, pray so, and for the ordering of your affairs to sing them too. When you do dance, I wish you away over the sea, that you might ever do nothing but that. Still so, and oh no other function. each you're doing, so singular in each particular, crowns what you are doing in the present deed, that all your acts are queens.
Doricles, your praises are too large. But that your youth and the true blood which keepeth fairly through it do plainly give you out an unstained shepherd. With wisdom I might fear my lord.
I think you have as little skill to fear as I have purpose to put you to it, but come on, our dance, I pray. Your hand, my Perdita. So turtles pair that never mean to part, I'll swear for.
This is the prettiest low-born lass that ever ran on the green sward. Nothing she does or seems but smacks of something greater than herself, too noble for this place.
She tells her something that makes her blood look out. Good sir, she is a queen of curds and cream.
Come on, strike up.
Mopsa must be a mistress, marry a garlic to mend her kissing with.
Now in good time.
Not a word. A word. We stand for it. Come, strike up.
Lawn as white as driven snow, cypress black as air was crow, gloves as sweet as damask roses, masks for faces and for noses, bugle, bracelet, necklace, amber, perfume for a lady's chamber, golden coifs and stomachers, for my lads to give their dears, pins and poking sticks of steel, what's made black from head to heel. Come buy of me, buy, come buy, buy, lads, or else your asses cry. Come buy.
If I were not in love with Mopsa, thou shouldst take no money of me. But, being enthralled as I am, will also be the bondage of certain ribbons and gloves.
I was promised them against the feast, but they come not too late now.
He hath promised you more than that, or there be lies.
He hath paid you all he hath promised you. Maybe he hath paid you more, which should shame you to give him again.
Is there no manners left among maids? Will they wear their plackets where they should bare their faces? They're not milking time, when you are going to bed or kiln hole, to be whistling off these secrets. But you must be tittle tattle before all our guests, while they are whispering, clamor thy tongues, and not a word more.
I am done. Come. You promised me a tawdry lace and a pair of sweet gloves.
Have I not told thee how I was cozened by the well and lost all my money?
Aye, indeed, sir. There are cousiners abroad, therefore it behooves men to be wary.
Fear not thou, good man. There is nothing but the air here.
I hope so, sir, for I have about me many parcels of charge.
What have you? Ballads?
Oh, bring out buy some. I love a ballad in printed life, but then we are sure they are true.
Here's one to a very doleful tune, how a usurer's wife was brought to bed of 20 money bags at a burthen, and how she longed to eat adders' heads and toads' carbonados.
Oh, is it true, think you?
Very true, and but a month old. Why should I carry lies abroad?
Pray now buy it.
Lay it by. Listen to other ballads first. We'll buy them out anon.
Here's another ballad of a fish that appeared upon the coast on Wednesday, the fourscore of April, 40,000 fathom above water, and sung this ballad against the hard hearts of maids. It is thought she was a woman and was turned into a cold fish, for she would not exchange flesh with one that loved her. The ballad is very pitiful and as true.
Is it true too? Thank you.
Lay it by too. Another.
This is a merry ballad, but a very pretty one.
Oh, let's have some merry ones.
This is a passing merry one to the tune of two maids wooing a man. Oh, there's a maid westward, but she sings it. 'Tis in request, I can tell you.
We can both sing it. If thou wilt take part, thou shalt hear. 'Tis in 3 parts. We heard the tune once a month ago.
I can bear my part. You must know 'tis my occupation. Have at it with you.
Oh.
Get you hence, for I must go where it fits not you to know.
Whither? Oh, whither? Whither? It becomes thy oath full well, thou to me thy secrets tell.
Me too. Let me go thither.
Or thou goest to the orator mill.
If to either thou dost ill.
Neither.
What? Neither?
Neither.
Thou hast sworn my love to thee.
Thou hast sworn and more to me, then whither goest? Say whither! Oh.
We'll have this song out of mouth by ourselves. My father the gentleman owns a sad child, and will not want it. Come, bring that pack away after me. Wenches, I'll buy for you both. Cover, let's take the first choice. Follow me, girls.
You shall pay well for 'em.
Is it not too far gone? 'Tis time to part them. He's simple and tells much.
How now, fair shepherd? Get you? Your heart take your bride for feasting.
Sooth, when I was young and handed love as you do, I was wont to load my she with knacks.
He was.
I would have ransacked the peddler's silken treasury and have poured it to her acceptance. You have let him go, and nothing marted with him. If your lass interpretation should abuse, or call this your lack of love, or bounty, you are straightened for a reply, especially if you make a cab happy holding her.
Sir, I know she prizes not such trifles as these are, but the gifts she looks for me are packed and locked up in my heart, which I have given already, and not delivered. Oh, hear me breathe my life before this ancient sir, who it should seem hath sometime loved. Take my hand, this hand, as soft as dove's down and as white as it, or the fan snow that's bolted by the northern blasts twice o'er.
What follows this? How prettily the young swain seems to wash the hand was fair before. I have put you out, But to your protestation, let me hear what you profess.
Do, and be witness to it.
And this my neighbor too?
And he, and more than he, and men, the earth, the heavens, and all, that were I crowned the most imperial monarch thereof most worthy, were I the fairest youth that ever made, I swear, had force and knowledge more than ever was man's, I would not prize them without her love. For her employ them all, commend them and condemn them to her service, or to their own perdition.
Fairly offered.
Shows a sound affection.
But my daughter, say you the like to her?
I cannot speak so well. Nothing so well, no, nor mean better. By the pattern of mine own thoughts, I cut out the purity of hers.
Take hands, a bargain, and these our unknown friends shall bear witness to it. I give my daughter to her, and shall make her portion equal hers.
Oh, that must be in virtue of your hand. One being dead, I shall have more than you can dream of yet. Enough then for your wonder. But come on, contract us for these witnesses.
Come, your hand, the daughter, yours.
Soft swain a while. Beseech you, have you a father?
I have, but what of him?
Knows he of this?
He neither does nor shall.
He thinks a father is at the nuptial of his child, a guest that best becomes the table. Once more, is not your father grown incapable of reasonable affairs? Is he not stupid with age and altering rooms? Can he speak? Here, no man from man dispute his own estate. Lies he not bedridden, and again does nothing but what he did, being childish?
No, good sir. He has his health and ampler strength indeed than most have of his age.
By my white beard, you offer him, if this be so, a wrong something unfilial. Reason my son should choose himself a wife, but as good a reason the father, all whose joy is nothing else but fair posterity, should hold some counsel in such a business.
I yield all this, but for some other reasons, my grave sir, which 'tis not fit you know, I not acquaint my father of this business.
Let him know it.
He shall not.
Prithee, let him.
No, he must not.
Let him, my child. So much grieve at knowing of thy choice.
Come, come, he must not. Mark our contract.
Mark your divorce, young miss! I dare not call. Thou art too base to be acknowledged. Thou a scepter's heir, and thus affects a sheep hook. Thou, old traitor, I am sorry that by hanging thee I can but shorten thy life by 1 week. Thou, fresh piece of excellent witchcraft, whom of course must know the royal fool thou copest with.
Oh, my heart!
All had thy beauty scratched with briars, and made more homely than thy state. For thee, fond girl, if I may ever know thou dost but sigh, that thou no more shalt see this knack, as never, I mean thou shalt, will bar thee from succession, not hold thee of our blood. Mark thou my words. Follow us to the court. Thou, churl, for this time, though full of our displeasure, yet we free thee from the dead blow of it. And you, enchantment, worthy enough a herdsman, yea, him too that makes himself, but for our honor therein, unworthy thee. If ever henceforth thou these rural latches to her entrance open, or who provided more with thy embraces, I will advise a death as cruel for thee as thou art tender to it.
Even here, undone. I was not much afeard. For once or twice I was about to speak and tell him plainly. The self-same sun that shines upon his court hides not his visage from our cottage, but looks on alike. Will it please you, miss? Be gone. I told you what would come of this. Beseech you, of your own estate to take care. This dream of mine, being now awake, I'll clean it no inch farther. But
milk my ewes. Weep.
Why, how now, father? Speak, ere thou diest.
I cannot speak, nor think, nor dare to know that which I know. Oh, miss, you have undone a man of 83, that thought to fill his grave in quiet, yea, to die upon the bed my father died, and lie close by his honest bones. Now, some hangman must put on my shroud and lay me where no priest shovels in dust. Oh, cursed wretch, that knew this was the princess, and would then venture to mingle fates with her? Undone, undone. I may die within this hour. I have lived to die when I desire.
Why look you so upon me? I am but sorry, not afeard, delayed, but nothing altered. What I was, I am, more straining on for plucking back, not following my leash unwillingly.
Good my lady, you know your father's mind. At this time he will allow no speech, which I do guess you do not purpose him either. And as hardly shall he endure your sight as yet, I fear. Then, till the fury of his highness settle, come not before him.
Why not purpose it? I think, Camillo.
Good key, my lady.
How often have I told you 'twould be thus? How often said my dignity would last but till 'twere known?
It cannot fail but by the violation of my faith. And then let nature crush the sides of the earth together and mar the seeds within. Lift up thy looks. From my succession, wipe me, father! I am heir to my affection.
Be advised.
I am, and by my fancy. If my reason will thereto be obedient, I have reason. If not, my sense is better pleased with madness, do bid it welcome.
This is desperate, madam.
So we call it, but it does fulfill my vow. I needs must think it honesty. Camillo, as you have ever been my father's honored friend, when he shall miss me, as in faith I mean not to see him any more, cast your good counsels upon his passion. Let myself and fortune tug for the time to come. This you may know, and so deliver. I am put to sea with her whom here I cannot hold on shore, and most opportune to our need, I have a vessel rides fast by, but not prepared for this design. What course I mean to hold shall nothing benefit your knowledge, nor concern me the reporting.
Oh, my lady, I would your spirit were easier for your need, or stronger for advice.
Mark Perdita, I'll hear you by and by.
She's irremovable, resolved for flight. Now were I happy. If her going, I could frame to save my turn. Save her from danger, do her love and honor, purchase the sight again of dear Sicilia, and that unhappy king, my master, whom I so much thirst to see.
Now, good Camillo, I am so fraught with curious business that I leave off ceremony.
Madam, I think you have heard of my poor services. In the love I have borne your father.
Very nobly have you deserved. It is my father's music to speak your deeds, not little of his care to have them recompensed and thought on.
Have you thought on a place where you'll go?
Not any yet. But as the unthought on accident is guilty to what we wildly do, so we profess ourselves to be the slaves of chance and flies of every wind that blows.
Then this to me. This follows, if you will not change your purpose, but undergo this flight, make for Sicilia, and there present yourself and your fair princess, for so I see she must be, for Leontes. She shall be habited as it becomes the partner of your bed. Methinks I see Leontes opening his free arms and weeping his welcomes forth. Asks thee the child forgiveness as 'twere in the father's person. Kisses the hands of your fresh princess. Or divides himself twixt his unkindness and his kindness, the one he chides to hell, and bids the other grow faster than thought or time.
Worthy Camillo, what color for my visitation shall I hold up before him?
Sent
Yes.
by the king,
Go on.
your father,
I know that.
to Greet him and give him comforts. Madam, the manner of your bearing towards him, what you, as from your father, shall deliver, things known betwixt us three. I'll write you down. The wit shall point you forth at every sitting what you must say, that he shall not perceive, but that you have your father's bosom there, and speak his very heart.
I am bound to you. There is some sacredness.
A cause more promising than a wild dedication of yourselves to unpathed waters, undreamed shores, most certain to miseries enough, no hope to help you. But as you shake off one to take the other, nothing so certain as your anchors, which do their best office if they can but stay you where you'll be loath to be. Besides, you know prosperity is the very bond of love, whose fresh complexion and heart together affliction alters.
One of these is true. I think affliction may subdue the cheek, but not taking the mind.
Yea, say you so? You shall not at your father's house these 7 years be born another such.
My good Camillo, she is as forward of her breeding as she is in the rear of her.
I cannot say 'tis pity she lacks instruction, for she seems a mistress to most that teach.
Your pardon, sir. For this all blushing thanks.
My prettiest Perdita, but oh, the thorns we stand upon. Camilla, preserver of my father, now of me, the medicine of our house. How shall we do? We are not furnished like Bohemia's child, nor shall appear in Sicilia.
My lady, fear none of this. I think you know my fortunes do all lie there. It shall be so my care to have you royally appointed as if the scene you play were mine. For instance, madam, that you may know you shall not want, one word.
What a fool honesty is, and trust his sworn brother, a very simple gentleman. I have sold all of my trumpery, so that in this time of lethargy I picked and cut most of their festival purses, and had not the old man come in with a hubbub against his daughter and the king's daughter, and scared all my chops from the chaff, I had not left a purse alive in the whole army.
Who have we here? We'll make an instrument of this. Amid nothing may give us aid.
If they've overheard me now, I'm hanging.
Why, how now, good fellow? Why shakest thou so? Fear not, man. Here's no harm intended to thee.
I am a poor fellow, sir.
Why be so still? Here's none shall steal that from thee. Yet, for the outside of thy poverty, we must make an exchange. Therefore, discase thee instantly. Thou must think there's necessity in it. And change garments with this lady.
Are you in earnest, sir? Oh, yes. I smell the charm.
Dispatch, I prithee.
Indeed, I have had earnest, yet I cannot with conscience take it.
Unbuckle, unbuckle. Fortunate mistress, let my prophecy come home to ye. You must retire yourself into some covert. Take your sweetheart's hat and pluck it o'er your brows. Muffle your face, dismantle you, and, as you can, disliken the truth of your own seeming. That you may, for I move your eyes over, to shipboard get undescribed.
I see the place so lies that I must bear a part.
No remedy. Have you done there?
Should I now meet my father, he would not call me child.
Nay. You shall have no hat. Farewell, my friend.
Adieu, sir.
What I do next shall be to tell the king of this escape and whither they are bound. Wherein my hope is I may force him after, in whose company I may review Sicilia, for whose sight I have a woman's longing.
Fortune feed us. So we set on Camillo to the seaside.
The swifter speed, the better.
I understand the business. I hear it. To have an open ear, a quick eye, and a nimble hand is necessary for a cut purse. The princess herself is about a piece of iniquity. stealing away from her father with her clog at her heels. If I thought it were a piece of honesty to acquaint the king with all, I would not do it. I hold it the more knavery to conceal it, and therein am I constant to my profession. Oh, aside, aside, here's more matter for a hot brain. Oh, every lane's end, every shop, church, session, hanging yields a careful man work.
See, what a man you are. I wonder how the king should change and then of war.
Hey, but hear me.
Hey, but hear me!
Too then.
Cheating and a war. Your flesh and blood has not been punished. And so, your flesh and blood is not to be punished by it. Well, there's things like that. There's secret. All what she has is that being done. Let the law go whistle.
I'll tell the king all. Every word, yea, and of his daughter's pranks, too, who I may say is no honest woman. To go about to make me the king's brother-in-law.
Indeed. Your brother-in-law was the farthest off you could have been from him. And that is what has been the dear by... I know how much an ounce.
Very wisely, puppies.
To the king, then. There is that in this fardel will make him scratch his beard.
I know not what impediment this complaint may be to the flight of my master.
Pray hardly in me at palace.
Though I'm not naturally honest, I'm so sometimes by chance. How now, rascals? Whither are you bound?
To the palace, and it like your worship?
Your affairs there. What? With whom? The condition of that fardel, the place of your dwelling, your names, your ages, of what having, breeding, and anything that is fitting to be known, discover.
We are but plain fellows, sir.
Hey, my, you are rough and hairy.
Are you a courtier?
Let me know, I am a courtier. Seest not the air of the court? Hath my gait in it not the measure? Receives not thy nose court odor from me? Reflect I not on my baseness, court contempt? Thinkest thou, for that I insinuate or toes from thee thy business, I am therefore no courtier? I am courtier Capope, and one that will either push on or pluck back thy business there, whereupon I command thee to open thy affair.
My business, sir, is to the king.
What advocate hast thou to him?
I know not, sir.
Advocates the court word for a pheasant. You have none.
I have none, sir. I have no pheasant, cock, nor hen.
How blessed are we that we are not simple men.
This cannot be but a quick call.
His garments are rich, though he wears them not handsomely.
The fardel there, what's in the fardel? Wherefore that box?
Sir, there lie such secrets in this fardel and box, which none must know but the king, and which he shall know within this hour, if I may come to the speech of him.
Age, thou hast lost thy labor.
Why, sir?
The king is not at the palace. He's gone aboard a new ship to purge melancholy and air himself. For if thou beest capable of things serious, thou must know that the king is full of grief.
So 'tis said, sir, that his daughter should have married a shepherd's daughter.
If that shepherd be not in hand fast, let him fly. Oh, the curses he shall have, the tortures he shall feel. Break the back of man, the heart of monster.
Think you so, sir?
Well, not he alone shall suffer what wit can make heavy and vengeance bitter, but those more germane to him, though removed 50 times, shall all come under the hangman. Though it be great pity, yet it is necessary. Some say he shall be stoned, but let death be too soft for him, say I.
Had the old man e'er a son, sir? Do you hear? Any like him, sir?
He is a son, who shall be flayed alive, anointed over with honey, set on the head of a wasp's nest, that stand till he be 3/4 and a dram dead. Then recovered again with aquavitae or some other hot infusion, then raw as he is, and in the hottest day prognostication proclaims, shall be set against a brick wall, the sun looking with a southward eye upon him, where he is to behold him with flies blown to death. What talk we of these traitorly rascals whose miseries are to be smiled at, their offences being so capital? Tell me, for you seem to be honest, plain men, what you have to the king. Being something gently considered, I'll bring you where he is aboard. tender his persons to your presence, whisper him in your affairs, and if it be in man besides the king to effect your suits, here is man shall do it.
From the inside of your purse to the outside of his hand, as your lord do. Stone? I play alive.
And it please you, sir, to undertake this business for us, here is what gold I have. I'll make it as much more, and leave this young man your pawn till I bring it you.
After I have done what I promised?
Aye, sir.
Well, give me the moiety. Are you a party in this business?
In some sort, sir. But though my case be a pitiful one, I hope I shall not be laid at it.
That be the case of the shepherd's son. Hang him, he'll be made the example.
Comfort, good comfort. We must to the king and to our strange sons. Neither your daughter nor my sister shall go in the house. Sir, I will give you as much as this old man does when the business is before him. And remain, as he says, your pawn until it be brought here.
I will trust you. Walk ahead toward the seaside. Go on the right hand. I'll look upon the hedge and follow you.
Yeah, relax. As I may say, you can relax.
Let's before us, he did this. You will provide it to us good.
If I had a mind to be honest, I see fortune would not suffer me. She drops booties in my mouth. I'm courted now with a double occasion. Gold, and a means to do the princess my master good, which who knows how that may turn back to my advancement. I'll take these two moles, these blind ones, aboard her. If she sees it fit to shore them again, and that the complaint they have to the king concerns her nothing, let her call me rogue for being so far officious. For I am proof against that title and what shame else belongs to it. To her will I present it. It may be matter in
Sir, you've done enough and have performed a saint-like sorrow. There's no fault you could have made which you have not paid down. Indeed, done more penitence than trespass. The last, do as the heavens have done. Forget your evils. With them, forgive yourselves.
Whilst I remember her and her virtues, I cannot forget my blemishes in them. So still I think of the wrong I did myself, which so much, that airless that left my kingdom, and destroyed the sweet companion that ere man bred his hopes out of.
True, too true, my lord. If one by one you wedded all the world, or from the Oliver took something good to make a perfect woman, she you killed would be unparalleled.
I think so. Killed. She I killed. I did so. But thou strikest me sorely to say I did. It is as bitter upon thy tongue as in my thought. Now, would now say so but seldom?
Not at all, good lady. You've spoken 1,000 words and would have done the time more benefit. Graced your kindness better.
You are one of those who would have him wed again. There is none worthy, respecting her that's gone. Besides, the gods will have fulfilled their secret purposes. For has not the divine Apollo said, it's not the tenor of his oracle, that King Leontes shall not have an heir till his lost child be found? Which that it shall is all as monstrous to our human reason as my Antigonus, to break his grave and come again to me, who on my life did perish with the infant. 'Tis your counsel, my lords, to the heavens be contrary, oppose against their wills. Care not for issue. The crown will find an heir. Great Alexander left his to the worthiest, so his successor was like to be the best.
Good Paulina. Who has the memory of Hermione, I know not. Whatever I had sweared me that I counseled in, even now I might have looked upon my queen's full eyes, have taken treasure from her lips.
And left them more rich for what they yielded.
Thou speakest truth. No more such wives, therefore. No wife. One worse, better used, would make her sainted spirit again possess her corpse. On this stage where we're offenders now, appear soul vexed. He can lie to me.
Had she such power, she had just cause.
Had. Would incense me to murder her I married. Fear thou, no wife. I'll have no wife, Paulina.
Will you swear never to marry but by my free leave?
Never, Paulina. So be blessed my spirit.
Then good, my lords, bear witness to his oath.
Come to look overmuch.
Unless another, as like Hermione as is her picture, affront his eye,
Good, my
I
lady.
have done. Yet, if my lord will marry, if you will, sir, no remedy but you will. Give me the office to choose you a queen. She shall not be so young as was your former, but she shall be such as walked your first queen's ghost. It should take joy to see her in your arms.
My true Paulina, we shall not marry till thou bidst us.
That shall be when your first queen's again in breath. Never till then.
One that gives out herself Princess Florizel, child of Polixenes. Her princess, she the fairest I've yet beheld, desires access to your high presence.
What with her, she comes not like to her father's greatness. Her approach so out of circumstance and sudden tells us 'tis not a visitation framed, but forced by need and accident. What trade?
But few and those with need.
Her princess say you with her.
Ah, she is the most peerless piece of earth, I think, that e'er the sun shone bright on.
Oh, Hermione, as every present time doth boast itself above a better gone, so must thy grave give way to what's seen now.
Your pardon, madame. The one I have almost forgot. Your pardon. The other, when she has obtained your eye, will have your tongue too. This is a creature, would she begin a sight, might quench the zeal of all professors else, make proselytes of who she but did follow.
How? Not women?
Women will love her, that she is more worth than any man. Men, that she is the rarest of all women.
Go, Cleomenes, yourself assisted with your honored friends. Bring them to our embracement. Still, 'tis strange she thus should steal upon us.
Had our prince, jewel of children, seen this hour, he had fared well with his princess. There was not a full month between their births.
Cease. No more. Thou knowest he dies to me again when talking. Sure, when I shall see this Florizel, thy speeches shall bring me to consider that which may furnish me of reason. They are come. Your mother was most true to wedlock, princess, for she did print your royal father off conceiving you. Were I but 21, your father's image is so hidden you, his very air, that I should call you brother, as I did him, and speak of something wildly by us performed before. Most dearly welcome. And your fair princess, goddess, oh alas, I lost a couple. That twixt heaven and earth might thus have stood begetting wonders you, gracious couple, do. Then I lost all mine own folly, the society, amity too of your brave father, whom, though bearing misery, I desire my life once more to look on him.
By his command have I here touched Sicilia, and from him give you all greetings that a king and friend can send his brother. And but infirmity, which waits upon war times, has something seized his wished ability. He had himself the lands and waters twixt your throne and his measure to look upon you, whom he loves. He bade me say so more than all the scepters and those that bear them living.
Oh, my brother, good gentleman, the wrongs I have done thee stir afresh within me. And these, thy offices, so rarely kind, are as interpreters of my behindhand slackness. Welcome hither, as is the spring to the earth. And hath he too exposed this paragon to the fearful usage, at least ungentle of the dreadful Neptune, to greet a man not worth her pains, let alone the adventure of her person?
Good my lord, she came from Libya.
Blessed God purge all infection from our air whilst you do climb it here. You have a holy father, a graceful gentleman, against whose person, so sacred as it is, I have done sin, for which the heavens, taking angry note, have left me issueless. And your father's blessed as he from heaven merits it, with you, worthy his goodness. What might I have been? Might I, a son and daughter, now have looked on such goodly things as you?
Most noble sir, that which I shall report would bear no credit were not the proof so nigh. Bohemia greets you from himself by me, desires you to attach his child, who has her dignity and duty both cast off, fled from her father, from her hopes, and with a shepherd's daughter.
Where's Bohemia?
Here in your city. I speak amazingly, and if you come to my marvel and my message, please you great sir, while he was hastening to your court, in the chase, it seems, of this fair couple, meets he on the way the father of this seeming lady and her brother, both their country quitted with a princess. Camillo has betrayed me, whose honor and whose honesty till now endured all weathers. Lay it so to his charge. He is with the king your father.
Who? Camillo?
Camillo, sir. I speak with him whenever never saw I men so quake. They kneel, they kiss the earth, forswear themselves as often as they speak. Bohemia stops his ears and threatens them with diverse deaths and death.
The heavens set spies upon us. We'll not have our contract celebrated.
You are married.
We are not, sir, nor are we like to be. The stars I see must kiss the valleys first, the odds for highs and lows alike.
My lady, is this the daughter of a king?
Oh, well, she is. When once she is my wife.
That once I see by your good father's speed will come on very slowly. I am sorry. Most sorry that you have broke from his liking where you were tied in duty. And as sorry that your choice is not so rich in worth as beauty, that you might well enjoy her.
Dear, look up. Though fortune, visible and enemy, should chase us with my father, power no jot hath she to change our loves. Beseech you, sir, remember since you owe no more to time than I do now. With thought of such affections, step forth mine advocate. At your request, my father will grant precious things as trifles.
Would he do so, I beg your precious mistress, which he counts but a trifle.
Sir, my liege, your eye has too much youth in it. Not a month for your queen died. She was more worth such gazes than what you look on now.
I thought of her, even in these looks I made. But your petition is yet unanswered. I will to your father, your honor not o'erthrown by your desires, I am friend to them and you, upon which errand I now go toward them. Therefore, follow me, and mark what way I make. Come, good ladies.
Years gone by start to show. I still wait for the door to close. When you go, I don't know myself anymore. Might have been, you'll never know. Time's a thief and stole the show. Long ago, white as snow. Right as I turn around to go, the wind blows, the wind blows. Out in the cold, a week for my shoulder. Fires rage across the bow. Warning shots fell again somehow. Without you, I'll never hold. Young hearts grown old. I don't know myself anymore. Now, had I not the dash of my former life in me, would prefer me to drop on my head. I brought the old man and his son aboard the princess and told her I heard them talking of a fardel and I know not what. But she at the time, over fond of the shepherd's daughter, so she then took her to me, who began to be much seasick and herself little better. Extremity of weather continuing, this mystery remained undiscovered, much as all one to me. For had I been the finder out of this secret, it would not have relished among my other discredits. There are those that I've done good to against my will, and already appearing in the blossoms of their fortune.
Oh boy, I have hast more children, but thy sons and daughters shall all be gentlemen born.
You, my well-met sir, who denied to fight with me this other day because I was no gentleman born. See you these clothes. Say you see them not, and think me still no gentleman born. Your best say these robes are not gentlemen born. Give me the lie, do, and try whether I am not now a gentleman born.
I know you are now, sir, a gentleman born.
I have been so any time these 4 hours.
So have I.
Indeed, but I was a gentleman born before my father. For the king's daughter took me by the hand and called me brother. Then the 2 kings called my father brother. Then the princess my sister, and the princess my sister called my father. And so we wept. And there were the first gentleman-like tears that ever we shed.
And we may live, son, to shed many more.
Also hard luck being in so preposterous a state as we are.
I humbly beseech you, sir, to pardon me the faults I have committed your worship, and to give me your good report to the princess my master.
Prithee do, son, for we must be gentle now we are gentlemen.
Thou wilt amend thy life?
Aye. And it like your good worship.
Then give me thy hand. I will swear to the princess thou art as honest and true fellow as any is in Bohemia.
I will prove so, sir, to my power.
Hark, the kings and the princes, our kindred, are going to see the queen's statue. Come, follow us. We'll be thy good masters.
Oh, brave and good Paulina, the great comfort that I have had of thee.
What sovereign sir, I did not well, I meant well. All my services you have paid home, but you have vouchsafed with your crowned brother, and these, your contracted heirs of your kingdoms, my poor house to visit. It is a surplus of your grace, which never my life may last to answer.
Oh, Paulina, we honor you with trouble, but we came to see the statue of our queen. And your gallery we passed through, not without much content and many singularity, but we saw not that which my daughter came to look upon, the statue of her mother.
As she lived peerless, so her dead likeness, I do well believe, excels whatever yet you looked upon or hand of man hath done. Therefore I keep it lonely, apart. But here it is. Prepare to see the life as lively mocked as ever still sleep mocked death. Behold and say 'tis well.
I like your silence. It the more shows off your wonder.
But can't speak. First you, my liege. Comes it not something near?
Her natural posture. Chide me, dear stone, that I may say indeed thou art Hermione. Or rather, thou art she, and I do not chide me. For she was as tender as infancy and grace. But yet, Paulina, Hermione was not so much wrinkled. Nothing so ancient.
Oh, not by much.
So much the more our carver's excellence, which lets go by some 16 years and makes her as she lives now.
As now she might have done. So much to my good comfort as it is now piercing to my soul. For thus she stood, even with such life of majesty, warm light, as now it coldly stands, when first I heard her. I am ashamed. Does not the stone rebuke me for being more stone than it? O royal peace, there's magic in thy majesty, which does my evils conjure to remembrance. And from thy admiring daughter took the spirits, standing like stone with thee.
And give me leave, and do not say 'tis superstition, that I kneel and implore her blessing. Lady, dear queen, it ended when I but began. Give me that hand of yours to kiss.
Oh, patience! The statue is but newly fixed, the color qualified.
My lord, your sorrow was too sore laid on, which 16 winters cannot blow away. So many summers trapped, scarce any joy did ever live so long. No sorrow killed itself much sooner.
Dear my brother, let him that was the cause of this have power to take off so much grief from you as he will peace up in himself.
Indeed, my lord, if I had thought the sight of my poor image would thus have brought you, for the stone is mine, I'll not have showed it.
Do not draw the curtain.
No longer shall you gaze on it, lest your fancy may think that on it moves.
Let be, let be. When I were dead, with that methinks already. What was he that made her? See, my lord, would you not deem she breathed, and that those veins did verily bear blood?
Masterly done. And the very light seems warm upon her lip.
The fixture of her eye has motion in it, as we are robbed with art.
I'll draw the curtain. My lord's almost so far transported that he'll think that on it lives.
Oh, sweet Paulina, make me to think so 20 years together. No settled senses of the world can match the pleasure of that madness. Let it alone.
I'm sorry, sir, I have thus far stirred you. But I could afflict you farther.
Do, Paulina, for this affliction has a taste as sweet as any cordial comforts. Still, methinks there is an air comes from her. What fine chisel could ever yet cut breath? Let no man mock me, or I will kiss her.
Good my lord, forbear! The readiness upon to lift is wet. You'll mar it if you kiss it. Stain your own with oily painting. Shall I draw the curtain?
No, not these 20 years.
So long could I stand by, a looker on.
Either forbear. Quit presently the chapel, or resolve you for more amazement. If you can behold it, I'll make the statue move indeed. Descend and take you by the hand. But then you'll think, which I protest against, I am assisted by wicked powers.
What you can make her do, I am content to look on. What to speak, I am content to hear. For 'tis as easy to make her speak as move.
It is required you do awake your faith. Then all stand still. On. Those that think it is unlawful business I am about, let them depart.
Proceed. No foot shall stir.
'Tis time. Descend, bestow no more, approach. Strike all that look upon with marvel. Come, I'll fill your grave up. Stir, nay, come away. Bequeath to death your numbness, for from him dear life redeems you. Start not. Her action shall be as holy as you hear my spell is lawful. Do not shun her until you see her die again, for then you kill her double. Nay, present your hand. When she was young, you wooed her. Now in age, did she become the suitor?
She is warm. If this be magic, let it be an art lawful as eating.
She embraces him. She hangs about his neck. If she pertain to life, let her speak too.
Aye. Make it manifest where she has lived or how stolen from the dead.
That she is living would have been told you should be hooted out like an old tale. But it appears she lives, though yet she speak not. Mark a little while. Please you to interpose, fair madam. Kneel and pray your mother's blessing. Turn, good lady. Our Perdita is found.
You gods, look down and from your sacred vials pour your graces upon my daughter's head. Tell me, mine own, where hast thou been preserved? Where lived? How found thy father's court? For thou shalt hear that I, knowing by Paulina that the oracle gave hope thou wast in being, have preserved myself to see the issue.
There's time enough for that, lest they desire upon this push to trouble your joys with like relation. Go together, you precious winners all. Your exultation partake to everyone. I, an old turtle, will wing me to some withered bough in there. My mate, that's never to be found again. Lament till I'm lost.
Peace, thou shouldst a husband take by my consent, as I by thine wife. This is a match, and made between my vows. Thou hast found mine, though how is to be questioned? For I saw her as I thought dead, and have in vain said many a prayer upon her grave. I'll not seek far. For him I partly know his mind to find thee an honorable husband. Take her by the hand. Richly noted. Justified by us, Heracles. Let's from this place. What? Look upon my brother. Both your pardons that ere I put between your holy looks my ill suspicions. This is thy daughter-in-law, child unto the king, who, heaven's directing, is troth like to your daughter. Good Paulina, lead us from hence, where we may leisurely each one demand an answer to his part performed in this wide gap of time since first we were to sever. Hastily lead away.